Hello everyone and welcome to the stream of Dragon Age Origins. I'm Yavie Greenleaf and today we are going to be tackling some of the DLC. Particularly this one, which is the Return to Ostagar DLC, and depending on how quickly we're able to get through that, we might start I can't remember the name of the DLC now. I just looked it up. The Stone Prisoner, where you recruit Shale. That's it. The Golem Companion. So I want to try and get those out of the way, and then we probably won't get time to do the Soldier's Peak one. That's a bit of a longer DLC if I remember correctly. I've only done it a number of times, but yeah, how is everyone doing this evening? Or this day, wherever you are. Let's see. I did also want to give Bones. It's been around, Bones to Dog. It's been a while since I've played, and there we go. Bone to Dog and gifts to some of the other companions.
If there's anything I can do for you, please tell me. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Yes, we've got enough. Okay, that's a mage restriction. Sylvan's Mercy. Gifts. There we go. That's what I'm getting distracted. I think some of that is for win. Let me actually open the gifts page and here. Gifts. Yeah, because I don't think we're going to get enough opinion points just by or approval rating just by doing quests. Unfortunately, I usually like to do that because it feels like you're getting the approval or disapproval based on your actions. But Origins doesn't really simulate it that well. It's like they almost expect you to give the gifts and gain approval that way. Let's check. I think the wine is for win. Yes. 2 flasks of red wine for win. Wine for win. May as well give those to Dog. Huan. Sorry, his name's Huan. All my dogs in Dragon Age are named Huan. Let's see. Yeah, and the rest of the alcoholic beverages are for another companion. Let's see. Morrigan. Silver chain. Is that for anyone in particular? Yes, that's for Morrigan. That's Morrigan asks for, and Liliana asks for that as well. Okay, that's for Zevran, but he's dead. I think the Onyx Demon Statuette is for Alistair, but I'll check that out. We don't have a silver brooch. Silver medallion is also Morrigan. Golden rope necklace, Morrigan. Okay, that's Ogren. Sten. I don't think we have many of these. Waterstain portrait, I think we already gave him. Portrait of Goose Girl, Silver Line, Waterstain portrait. Okay, that's Sten. Okay, I don't see anything else for Sten. Win. Rose of Orlais is for win. Okay. Fancy scroll. Win. Where's the fancy scroll? I thought I saw that. Fancy scroll there. Tattered notebook. Ah, is that a way Wow, tattered notebook is one of Wynn's special gifts. And it's only dug up by a dog. Let's actually speak to dog. Huan. Dog. I don't think we have anything else for her. Zevran. Okay. The rest of these might be... I was sure this was an Alistair gift. Where's Alistair? Alistair? Alistair. Onyx Demon Statuette. Yes, that is for Alistair. Stone Dragon Statuette is also for him. Okay. Well, let's hand those out. Sten. Make sure we give it to the right people. Gosh. Here, have a water stain portrait.
I am impressed. My thanks.
Excellent. Okay, let's give dog. Yuan, where are you? Yuan, there we go. Have a lamb bone. Have a beef bone. Get them out of the way. Here, Wynn, have some wine.
A generous gift. Thank you ever so much.
And have some more.
A generous gift.
Excellent.
Thank you ever so much.
Stone Dragon Statuette.
Is that for me? Really? Wow.
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 Onyx Demon Statuette. I'm sure you like that.
Is that for me?
Yep.
Really? Wow.
Morrigan. Gifts all around. This is Christmas. See, silver chain is hers.
I am grateful. 'Tis thoughtful indeed.
Golden rope necklace.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
And silver medallion is also for her.
A fine gift. You have
Hey,
my
she's
thanks.
warm now. Hey, warm towards us. Was Wynn, was that also for... come on. Wynn had the fancy scroll as well. Fancy scroll.
Oh, marvelous.
There we go. And she'll set the Rose of Foray.
Oh, marvelous.
Because we're nearing the end of the game and companions are like barely know me. Haven't done any of their side quests, or except for Alistair's. So I thought we'd boost it a little bit. Okay. Yay, everyone loves us. Yay! Okay. So now let's do a round of catching up.
Look, before we go any further, I want to say something. I appreciate that you brought me to see my sister, and that you were there to talk me down after we left. You're a true friend. I just wanted to tell you that.
We're in this together, Alistair.
That we are. I have your back. You know that, right? Well, now that that's out of the way, yes?
Well, now that that's out of the way, yes. Alistair. Oh, my word. Questions? Do you have anything to say about anything in particular? Let's ask him about the Grey Wardens. Haven't done that.
Such as they are.
Ouch. Oh, that was my elbow. Where are the nearest Grey Wardens from here?
That's a good question. There's plenty in Orlais, but who knows where they might be found. And the nearest Orlesian city is weeks away. If we go north and cross the sea, there's bound to be some in the free marches. Again, however, I just don't know where. I don't know anything about Grey Wardens in other lands.
Is there a headquarters somewhere?
Here in Ferelden, there's our compound in Denerim at the palace, but that's it. Loghain will have control over that and be watching it, no doubt. Beyond that, the only place I know of is Weishaupt Fortress. That's the headquarters of all Grey Wardens in the Anderfells, 1,000 miles from here. But I've no idea how to even contact them. So unless we try to get back to the compound in Denerim, I suppose the answer is no. There's nowhere for us to go.
So what happens now that there's just two of us?
I imagine that eventually the Grey Wardens outside of Ferelden will wonder what's happened. Why there's no contact from Duncan or someone. They'll send someone eventually. Though who knows what Loghain's people in Denerim will tell them. Maybe they won't send anyone. We could try to contact them. But that would mean leaving Ferelden, and even if we did, they couldn't come back with us in time to stop the Blight. So that means whatever happens, it's up to us.
Will we need to start rebuilding the Order?
I mean, eventually we would have to use the joining to make more Grey Wardens, right? But I don't know how to do the joining, or what's involved. I know it involves lyrium and some other magic, and that it's really difficult to prepare, but that's it. Unless we can find out more about the joining, I guess we better get used to the idea that there might only be two of us for now. Until more come from elsewhere.
What would happen if we just left?
Just left?
Not that she'd really do
You
that.
mean just left Ferelden? I don't know. If there's an Archdemon, however, we're supposed to be the only ones who can defeat it. And that means the Blight would grow unchecked. Eventually, other Grey Wardens in Orlais and other lands would hear about it, and they would come to fight it, but they wouldn't come in time to save Ferelden. There's no way. I'm not going anywhere.
Same.
About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. Yes?
Yes,
Of course.
What changes about you after the joining?
You mean other than becoming a Grey Warden?
You've been a Grey Warden longer than I have.
You know, I asked Duncan this too, and all I got was, "You'll see."
You'll see. He wouldn't tell you.
Oh, it's not that Duncan wants to keep it a secret, it's just that the Grey Wardens don't discuss it much. I gather it's not a pleasant topic. The first change I noticed was an increase in appetite. I used to get up in the middle of the night and raid the castle larder. I thought I was starving. I'd slurp down every dinner like it was my last, my face all covered in gravy. When I'd look up, the other Grey Wardens would stare, then laugh themselves to tears.
I think that's just you, Alistair, but I haven't felt anything like that.
Really? Because I was watching you wolf down food the
Yay.
other day, and I thought, ooh, it's a good thing she gets a lot of exercise.
Oh, wow, Alistair. What can I say? I'm a grown girl, yes.
I'll say. I didn't mean it like that.
Yes.
No, don't hit me. I bruise easily. Oh, and then there were the nightmares.
Oh my gosh.
Duncan said it was part of how we sense the darkspawn. We tap into their, well, I don't know what you call it, their group mind. And when we sleep, it's even worse. You learn to block it out after a while, but at first it's hard. It's supposed to be worse for those who join during a blight. How is it for you?
Nightmares, yes, I know what you mean.
Some people never have much trouble, but that's rare. Others have trouble sleeping their entire life. They're just more sensitive, I suppose. Everyone ends up the same, though. Once you reach a certain age, the real nightmares come. That's how a Grey Warden knows his time has come.
What are you talking about?
Oh, that's right. We never had time to tell you that part, did we? Well, in addition to all the other wonderful things about being a Grey Warden, you don't need to worry about dying from old age. You've got 30 years to live. give or take. The taint, it's a death sentence. Ultimately, your body won't be able to take it. When the time comes, most Grey Wardens go to Orzammar and die in battle rather than waiting. It's tradition.
Tradition? So I'm going to die.
We're all going to die. When Duncan told me, I was angry. He put his hand on my shoulder and said this. It's not how you die that's important. It's how you live. And you wondered why we kept the joining a secret from the new recruits. There you have it.
Seems a high price to pay.
I suppose it is. We're the only ones who can stop the Blight, however. Is there a price too high to pay for that? You know, Duncan, he started having the nightmares again. He told me that in private. He said it wouldn't be long before he'd go to Orzammar himself. I guess he got what he wanted. I just wish it had been something worthy of him.
He will be remembered, Alistair, as will the others.
I know. Ending the Blight should make this all worthwhile, right?
Hey, a door. Let's go speak to Dog, see what...
Your dog is filthy. I can smell him 50 yards off.
Shame. Good, he'll fell our enemies with his stench. Mighty stench.
That may be so, but all the same, I would like your permission to bathe him.
Bathe? Can't you just wave your staff and make him clean?
No, that's not what magic is used for.
Rats.
Just make him sleep over on the other side of the camp. With Alistair. With any luck, that will keep all the stench confined to one small area.
Ouch. Wow, and good thing Alistair didn't hear you. What's all this racket? Ooh, watch Sten and you on.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.
Trying to find your way through the earth, are we? It's going to take some time, you know. Well, good luck with that then. Bring me back a gift. Huan.
You're quite taken with each other, aren't you?
Not Alistair. I don't see how this concerns you.
I've noticed your blossoming relationship, and I wanted to ask you where you thought it was going. Alistair is a fine lad, skilled
No,
in
not
battle,
Alistair,
but
not
quite
Alistair.
inexperienced when it comes to affairs of the heart.
Other way.
I would hate to see him get hurt.
Are you saying I might hurt Alistair? Well, so here's the thing, Win. Just taking it one day at a time. I wonder if she does
You are
this
both
again.
Grey Wardens,
yeah.
and he is the son of a king. You have responsibilities which supersede your personal desires.
I can handle my responsibilities and my relationships.
Love is ultimately selfish. It demands that one be devoted to a single person, who may fully occupy one's mind and heart to the exclusion of all else. A Grey Warden cannot afford to be selfish. You may be forced to make a choice between saving your love and saving everyone else. And then what would you do?
I don't want to have to make that choice.
Nothing is certain. Not in these times. You cannot take anything for granted. I want you to be aware of this.
I'll consider what you have said.
I am just trying to minimize the suffering that may come to either of you. I have given my advice. Do with it what you will.
So when, let me just save. Just camp. There we go.
Here, look at this. Do you know what this is?
Oh dear. Is that a trick question?
Yes, absolutely. I'm trying to trick you. Is it working? Oh, I just about had you, didn't I?
Fine, it's a rose, I see that.
I picked it in Lothering. I remember
that was
thinking,
a while ago.
how could something so beautiful exist in a place with so much despair and ugliness? I probably should have left it alone, but I couldn't. The darkspawn would come and their taint would just destroy it. So I've had it ever since.
What do you intend to do with it? Maybe, I don't know. Why are you telling me this? Maybe.
I thought that I might give it to you, actually. In a lot of ways, I think the same thing when I look at you.
And what am I supposed to do with it?
I don't know. I guess it's not like you could put it somewhere or wear it or anything, is it? I guess it's a bit silly, isn't it? I just thought, here I am doing all this complaining and you haven't exactly been having a good time of it yourself. You've had none of the good experience of being a Grey Warden since your joining. Not a word of thanks or congratulations. It's all been death and fighting and tragedy. I thought maybe I could say something. Tell you what a rare and wonderful thing you are to find amidst all this darkness.
Might have to, as they say, nip this in the bud. Because, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to say this one. Sorry, Alistair. I know Wynne has just said.
Well, you can't blame me for trying, can you? Just forget I said anything. We have better things to do right now, anyhow.
It's... Oh, do we actually get a flower? Oh. Do we? No. Okay. Maybe it's in plot items. Corpse School. Nice. Alistair's rose. Oh, we did. Oh. I'm sorry, Alistair. I thought we were friends. Picking up all the wrong signals. I thought we were just friends. So now, okay, it still says a door, so I wonder. Okay. Hi, Liliana. Let's
Yes? Something
chat.
you need? Yes? What's on your mind?
Why did you decide to come to Ferelden?
My mother was from Denerim, and I consider myself a Ferelden. Mother served an Orlesian noblewoman who lived here when Orlais ruled. When Olay was defeated, and the common folk began to resent the presence of any Orlesian, the lady returned to Olay. She took my mother with her. I was born in Olay, and did not set foot in Ferelden till much later. Mother was always telling me stories of her homeland. I think she missed it.
What happened to your mother?
Mother died when I was very young. Lady Cecily let me stay with her. I had no one else. She was quite old then, and she had me study music and dance to entertain her. It is unfair that I have more memories of Cecily than my mother.
Do you remember nothing of your mother?
Strangely, the only thing I really remember of Mother was her scent. She kept dried flowers in her closet amongst her clothes. Small white Ferelden wildflowers with a sweet fragrance. Mother called them Andraste's Grace. They were very rare in Orlais. But enough about that. Let us move on.
That the Andraste's Grace one? Okay, let's ask her another question.
Yes? Something you need? Yes? What's on your mind?
Do you miss anything about Orlais?
I miss Val-Royeaux. Unlike other cities where the people are the lifeblood and the character, Val-Royeaux was her own person, and her people little more than decorations. There was always music in Val-Royeaux, streaming from the many windows, quiet refrains and triumphant choruses, and always, floating above that all, the chant, coming from the Grand Cathedral. It was magnificent.
Sounds wonderful.
Oh, it would take me a day or two to talk about the many splendors of Orlais, her golden fields, her lush meadows. Of course there are good things and bad things about Orlais, like anywhere else. Sometimes I miss it dearly, and sometimes I'm glad I'm rid of it. And you will laugh at this, but I miss the fine things I had in Orlais.
What sort of things?
Dresses, fine dresses and furs, and shoes, of course. One can't mingle with nobility with bad shoes, you see. Orlais is very fashionable, almost ridiculously so. But the shoes. Living with those ridiculous trends was worth it for the shoes.
Shame. Yeah, Yavie is going to be very practical. They're there to keep your feet dry. She grew up in a forest,
yes,
so...
but that's not all they're for. When I left Orlais, the fashion was shoes with delicate tapered heels and embellishments in the front. A ribbon, perhaps, or embroidery. In soft colors, of course. It was spring.
Wouldn't that be hard to walk in?
I wouldn't want to run in it, or have to enter battle, but for lounging in a lady's sitting room? Perfect. The shoes made in Orlais were exquisite. Not at all like these clunky fur-lined leather boots you have in Ferelden. Ugh, just look at them.
At least they keep the cold out.
They're sturdy shoes, but sometimes a girl just wants to have pretty feet. Oh, I could talk about shoes all day, but we have things to do, don't we?
Aww. Okay, I'm gonna save again. I don't want to ask her about...
Something you need? Yes? What's on your mind?
Yes, I heard in Orlais that minstrels are often spies.
Where did you hear this?
I don't remember.
Not all minstrels are spies. Most are just singers and storytellers, but some of them are what we call bards.
What's the difference?
Many use the two words minstrel and bard interchangeably, but to do so in Orlais would cause misunderstanding. Bards are minstrels and more. Spies, as you say. Some say there is a bard order, but I don't think this is true. Many bards work alone or in small groups, doing the bidding of a patron who pays for their services. If there is an organization behind it all, no one knows who they are.
What sort of services does a bard offer?
What do you think? They infiltrate, steal, sometimes assassinate. It depends on the bard. In Orlais, there is much rivalry amongst the highborn. They fight over land, influence, and the favor of the empress. But they cannot do this openly because it is impolite, and in public, they wear smiling faces and pretend to be civil. In secret, they plot and scheme to destroy each other. It is a game completely meaningless to anyone but its players.
You seem to know quite a bit about these bards.
And I should, shouldn't I, after having spent most of my adult life as one? You've guessed as much, I'm sure. But does it really matter what I was? What's past is past.
But why were you living a cloistered sister in rural Ferelden? Living as a cloistered surely.
I found myself in Ferelden and sheltered from bad weather in the Chantry. And when the storm passed, I just did not want to leave. I like to see the Maker brought me here.
Okay.
Yes?
Anything
Something
else to say? Can you teach me to be a bard?
That's an idea. I've watched you, and I do think you'd find some of my skills quite easy to pick up. Let's just go over there, away from the others, for safety, yes?
Yes,
I
of course.
expect there shall be daggers flying about willy-nilly for a time.
Yay! So does that mean that we can actually... Oh, we need to level up before we can see the specializations. Yeah, and we already took Ranger. I can't remember what we were going to take as the second one. Anyway.
Yes? Something you need? Yes? What's on your mind?
Yeah, let's see if she has any
Of
other...
course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
There was another story I wanted to hear.
Which one?
What do you know about Andraste?
Andraste was the Maker's chosen. The Maker had long since abandoned the world when the sound of her singing turned his ear. Beauty, grace, and wisdom enraptured him, and he offered to take her from this flawed world to become his divine bride. But Andraste had an earthly husband and would not forsake him. Instead, she beseeched the Maker to return to his people once more. So earnest was her plea that the Maker was moved, and promised that he would create a paradise on earth if all abandoned their false gods and turned once more to him. And this is why Andraste began her exalted march on the idolaters of the Tevinter Imperium. The Maker granted her his powers with which to smite her enemies. Andraste brought the Imperium to its knees, and her victories converted many to the worship of the Maker.
How did Andraste die?
Alas, it was the frailties of men that betrayed and killed Andraste. Her earthly husband, Maferath, a chieftain of the Alamari tribes himself, grew jealous as his wife's popularity and influence overshadowed his own. She was also revered as the Maker's betrothed, and Maferath began to see their own bond waning in significance as Andraste became ever more devoted to the Maker. Out of envy and spite, Maferath made a pact with the Archon Hysarian of Tevinter, allowing his beloved Andraste to be ambushed and captured. Andraste was burned at the stake in Minrathous, the capital of Tevinter.
But Tevinter has a chantry, doesn't it? Don't know how Yavie would know that, but
The
we're going to
Tevinter
ask it.
chantry claims that in Andraste's last moments, Hysarian's heart softened, and he heard the voice of the Maker telling him to end her suffering. He plunged his sword into her heart, and as her blood washed over his hands, he became one of the faithful. Dissenters said that the Archon only converted because he could not stem the tide of Andraste's cult, and was forced to do so to stay in power. We will never know for sure.
Okay. Sten, what do you have to say for yourself?
Yes.
I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Actually, never mind.
Very well. Speak, then.
That's enough for now.
Then I suggest we move on.
Man, come on.
As you wish.
I gave you a painting and everything. Nice watercolor, something or other.
I have a thought.
Oh, what's on your mind?
We have an opportunity that I believe we should take advantage of. To the point. My mother was once divested of a particular grimoire by a most annoying Templar hunter. It occurred long before I was born, but even today, Flemeth speaks of the loss with great rage. With the circle of magi in such disarray, it occurs to me that this might be the perfect time to recover the tome from their possession, for surely it eventually ended up in their hands.
Tome? You mean this tome? The one we already ransacked from Irving's office. What do you want with this grimoire exactly?
'Tis a book of spells, of the sort that Flemeth has dabbled with throughout her long life. 'Tis not the sort of thing that would benefit a mage of the standard variety. They were taught a different path. I, however, was taught by my mother. I know a way around the wards my mother would have placed on such a tome. I know the language that she would have written it in. I would find such a tome most useful.
Useful in what way?
Useful in the way that it might increase my power. Useful in the way that I would become more useful to you. Does that not follow?
How do I know it's not dangerous?
Dangerous? All knowledge is potentially dangerous. If you have some fear of me such that I should not be allowed such knowledge, then by all means deprive me of it. I have no ulterior motive for seeking it, however.
What makes you think the mages still have this book?
Flemeth is a sorceress of legend, is she not? And her grimoire would be more than a mere curiosity to mages that daren't even glance towards the places my mother has walked for eons. No doubt 'tis considered something dangerous, perhaps best locked away somewhere dark, yes? And if not, then at least I know it does not exist. But there is no harm in looking, surely?
Very well, if we go back to the tower, I'll look for it. We already have it in our
I am
backpack.
most interested to see its contents, should it be located. The grimoire is leather-bound and adorned with the symbol of a leafless tree, should you come across it. If not, however, then I shall simply put it out of my mind.
Flemeth's grimoire. Okay, so she's at Warm. Go, let's just walk over here to our little stash.
If there's anything I can do for you, I'm
do you
sure
have
you'll be pleased with...
a grimoire of this certain description. A heavy grimoire, bound in black leather. Morrigan would want to take a look at this. Quickest trip to the mage tower ever. Morrigan. Black grimoire.
What? You found Flemeth's grimoire?
Already
When I
ransacked.
spoke of it to you, I did not truly hope... This is a most fortuitous event. You have my thanks. I will begin study of the tome immediately.
What do you hope to find within it?
Secrets. My mother has many of them, and this tome represents the one time that they were able to get away from her. I do not intend to squander this opportunity to learn more than Flemeth wished me to know. This should be interesting.
Interesting. So, you found Plymouth's tome and it gave it to Morrigan. She seems quite eager to start studying it, and Maker only knows what she'll learn from it. Okay. So that's everyone spoken to. Let me put in another save. And then I think it's time for a king's confidant. Yes, journey to Ban Loren's lands. There are rumors that a fellow survivor of Ostagar has escaped the prisons of Ban Loren and is seeking the aid of the Grey Wardens. The Ban's lands lie in the northwest reaches of the Bannorn. The escaped prisoner has likely taken refuge in the deep woods of the estate.
Indeed.
Traditional party. And Ban Loren's lands. Okay, it's a little bit out of the way, but pretend it's on the way to Ostagar, like we're passing Brazilian forest. Take a closer look at the unarmed man. You are surprised to recognize the uniform of King Kaelin's honor guard. A memory comes to you. You fought alongside this man at Ostagar. Take a closer look at the guards. The guards wear the uniform of Ban Loren, a minor lord well known and little loved for the fluidity of his allegiances. Join the fray. The guards wear the uniform. Oh, yes. Okay. Gasp. No. He died. I fought beside that man. We will avenge him. Let's see.
It is begun. I shall do it.
Stand. Okay.
Make a preserve us.
Let's have at it!
Morrigan, do you have frost weapons on? No, you don't. Alistair, take a poultice, please.
I tried to be merciful. Come, let us end this.
It is begun. Very well.
Loot, elfruit. More elfruit. And yes, okay. I do like all these forest settings. Now, I'm not 100% sure, but I have a feeling that Ban Loren's lands is actually one of the places you go to in Dragon Age Inquisition. I think it's the same place. Caer Oswin. You go there for, I think it's Cassandra's sort of personal quest to do with the Seekers in Inquisition. And I think it's the same place. So I remember from the top of the castle, you can look over this like forested region. I think that's supposed to be this place. Not 100% sure, but yeah, it's Caer Oswin, I think, was the castle. Up close, the man's face is unmistakable. You remember him as Elric Moraine, a member of Kaelin's honor guard at Ostagar, and a close confidant of the king.
Thank you. I didn't expect the band's men to notice my escape so quickly. I tried to hide here in the woods, but there wasn't time. And now I'm a dead man.
I tried to help.
You were there in Ostagar. You know how things went. For me, it was either this, or die in some darkspawn's belly, or be hung as a deserter.
Yes, I recognize your face.
You were there with the Grey Wardens, one of Duncan's new recruits. I was to guard the king. He was my friend, understand? Maker. All that time in Ban Loren's prison. And I couldn't stop thinking about all they suffered that one dark night at Ostagar.
We don't always get to choose our deaths. I don't know, that sounds like... Yeah. It's not your fault they died.
I know. Even had Logain's men not turned their backs on us, the Darkspawn were too many. Even Cailan, for all his bravado, knew there would be no victory at Ostagar. The king entrusted me with the key to the royal arms chest. If anything were to happen to him, he said, it was vital I deliver it to the Wardens.
Why didn't you just give the key to Duncan?
He didn't get the chance. Duncan was so busy with the new recruits and keeping Logain at bay. Whatever his reasoning, it's me Cailan entrusted it to.
Do you still have this key?
The Maker has a sense of humour, doesn't he? I suppose it's for the best, however. Had I kept it, it would be in Ban Loren's hands by now.
Why am I not surprised? Is there someone else we should be bringing back from the brink of death instead?
I was afraid. I thought I would lose it on the battlefield, so I stashed it in the camp. Please, it's probably still there.
Where?
The key's behind a loose stone at the base of a statue. I'll draw a map for you, so you'll know where to search.
You'll be taking me along, won't you? And Win as well, I suspect.
Oh, that's a good
Call
point.
me sentimental, but we left behind some darkspawn that really deserve a drubbing.
It is vital that the king's documents do not fall into the wrong hands. As for Marik's sword, it is too powerful to be pawed at by those monsters. Same for the king's other arms and armor. And if you happen to find Cailan's body, see it off. He was our king. He shouldn't be left to rot amidst the Darkspawn's filth.
Yeah, we should have brought Win instead of Morrigan. Okay. Oh, that's just the credits. So this is everyone who worked on the DLC. I like that they put in a codex entry. Premium content. Okay. According to Elric, the king's arms chest contains documents pertaining to secret talks with Foray. Cailan entrusted the key to Elric, who, fearful of capture, hid it within a statue at Ostagar. Given the importance of the documents, the unknown state of the king's body, the opportunity to reclaim the royal arms and armor, and your own desire for revenge, the benefits of a small-scale assault on Ostagar are beginning to outweigh the risk. Recover the king's secret documents, and reclaim the king's belongings. Okay. I think we're going to go back to party camp and get Win. Ah, there we go. Okay, so that's where we need to go.
I have been studying Mother's grimoire. Do you wish to hear what I have found?
Oh, that's nice that this triggered. Hey. What did you find?
'Tis not what I expected. I had hoped for a collection of her spells, a map of the power that she commands. But this is not it.
Yet you look disturbed.
Disturbed? Yes, perhaps that is the right word. One thing in particular within her writings disturbs me. Here, in great detail, Flemeth explains the means by which she has survived for centuries.
A spell of immortality?
Oh, if only 'twere so. Flemeth has raised many daughters over her long lifetime. There are stories of these many witches of the wilds throughout chastened legend, yet I have never seen a one, and always wondered why not. And now I know. They are all Flemeth. When her body becomes old and wizened, she raises a daughter, and when the time is right, she takes her daughter's body for her own.
Are you certain about this?
Indeed. That is primarily what this tome details. The various daughters that Flemeth has acquired. Their preparation and training. I recognize all of it. I am to be her next host. This is my purpose.
So is Flemeth immortal or not?
Whatever spark of the demon that made her what she is remains within her, keeps her from dying of old age, but her body deteriorates. Eventually, she would be so wizened as to be senseless and immobile. So, she must seek a new body, a fresh body, and start the cycle anew.
Can this body be anyone or must it be a daughter?
I am uncertain. According to her writings, certain hosts are better than others. The more a host is prepared, the quicker the transition will be. I am sorry. This simply takes me by surprise. I would have thought I would have had some inkling, some notion.
I would feel the same. What an awful thought.
I am a fool. I am such a fool.
So why would she risk sending you with me?
I do not know. Perhaps 'tis as she said, the darkspawn threaten her as much as they threaten anyone else. Or perhaps she believes that this journey will make me more powerful. According to the tome, if the host is already powerful and trained in magic, it takes far less time for Flemeth to settle in.
So if you died, she would have another daughter?
Not by any natural means. Perhaps I should take this as a vote of confidence from her on my capabilities. Or perhaps she simply wished me gone from the Korcari wilds, so she could prepare her ritual in peace. A disturbing thought.
She did say you were ready when you left, so ready for what exactly, I suppose, is the question. So what do you intend to do about it?
There is only one possible response to this. Flemeth needs to die. I will not sit about like an empty sack waiting to be filled. Flemeth must be slain, and I need your help to do it.
Kill Flemeth, isn't that a little extreme?
It may seem so. If you think of Flemeth as a mother, think of her instead as an ancient abomination that intends to use her own flesh and blood to extend her life beyond all natural limits. She did not wish anyone to get a hold of this information, least of all me. Now I have. If I do not act on what I know, then more the fool am I.
Perhaps you should talk to her about it first. Like, Mother, why do you need my help?
Because if she is slain while I am near, I am not certain that she will not simply be able to take possession of me right there. So obviously I cannot be the one to do it.
Very well. I will help you if I can.
Then what needs to be done is for you to go back to Flemeth's hut in the Korcari wilds without me. Confront her and slay her quickly. I doubt she will truly be dead even then, but it will take her years to find a new host and recover her power, if that is even possible. The thing I must have is her true grimoire. With it, I can defend against her power in the future. Everything else in her hut is yours.
Are you serious? Kill Flemeth, the Witch of the Wilds?
She would like everyone to think she is invincible, but I highly doubt that is the case. And besides that, you are not truly killing her.
Do I have a time limit on this?
Not really, but the sooner the better, no?
True. I'll see what I can do.
I am grateful. The sooner this can be done, the sooner it will set my mind at ease.
This is actually pretty good, because... Morgan, you were staying behind at camp anyway, so we were taking Wynne with us to Ostagar, so we could just make a little detour on the way to Ostagar and kill Flemeth. Oh, man. Okay. Another camp save. Rats. I was going to check if there were any potions at Bodan's.
Indeed.
Yes.
Oh well.
Yes.
We're going in. Oh, I can actually just click there. Yes. Stock up a bit.
Are you sure I can't? I'm sure.
Okay. I think we needed some distillation agent. I'm just gonna get 20 flasks. Okay, we're gonna need some more flasks as well. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, just double check. There's nothing we need. Okay. We're off to see the witch, the not so wonderful witch of the Korkari Wilds.
Indeed.
Yes.
Alistair and Wynne. Plymouth's hut. Let's do it. That was really perfect timing for this quest. Oh dear.
The darkspawn.
Ah, darkspawn. Okay.
It is begun. As you say.
Ouch, I'm stuck in the trap. Come on.
I never liked this part.
It shall be done.
Damn you!
Ready.
Yeah, please revive Alistair.
Immediately. Ah, she doesn't have frost weapons. Ah, okay, I need to give Wynne some frost weapons. It is begun.
Yes.
I cannot continue.
As you say.
Okay, Alistair, you can take... Ah, okay, you're already... Rats. Okay, Liliana, you need to do some trap stuff.
Yeah, of course. It's done.
I shall do it. As you say. Very
Ouch, ouch. Maltese, thank you. Lyrium and group heal. Okay, Alistair.
As you wish.
Okay, you can do that one as well.
Very well.
Okay, let's try and all take out the same opponent.
As you say.
I wish I had the cone of cold. Ah, she already used rejuvenate. Okay. I'll just give that to Alistair. My health faulties. These were meant to be for Flemeth. Liliana, you still trying to get this guy? My word. Everyone, there we go.
Orders? As you say, send on.
Ha. Ooh, nice. Well done, Yavie. Looty loot. Loot. Yay, pull this. Come on. Okay.
It is begun.
I really miss the cone of cold. When it isn't really a crowd control type. She can keep you alive, but yeah. I really like the damage mage. Oh, fruit. And let's level 1 up. Okay, so that would be nice to give her that. But arcane shield. Yes, I think we need to give her that. Keep her a bit more defensive. Rats. Okay, a little more constitution. Should be fine. Yes. Oh, no, win. Are you alright?
I fell.
Are you alright?
For a moment there, I thought it was all over.
Thought what was over?
Everything. I will explain everything when we are back at camp. Now is not the time.
Yeah, we're on our way to Plymouth. If we survive, when you can tell us about it at party camp. Hello, Plymouth. Any lootables? No. Hi.
And so you return. Lovely Morrigan has at last found someone willing to dance to her tune. Such enchanting music she plays, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, we know your little secret, Plymouth.
Which one, I wonder? Oh. What has Morrigan told you? What little plan has she hatched this time?
Why should I say? What's the point?
How true. So says the shoe to the foot and the foot to the leg. We move as one, whether we like it or not. But if I am to guess, I would say Morrigan has discovered something. Something shocking that requires her defense, yes? Ah, but it is an old, old story. One that Flemeth has heard before, and even told. Let us skip right to the ending, shall we? Do you slay the old wretch as Morrigan bids, or does the tale take a different turn?
Let's say I just want the truth.
The truth, she says, as if it were nothing. No, no. Far better the lie. Far better the comfort of blankets and shadows and a mother's love. Morrigan wishes my grimoire? Take it as a trophy. Tell her I am slain.
And what happens to you?
I go. Perhaps I surprise Morrigan one day. Or I may simply watch. It would be interesting to see what she does with her freedom. Enlightening, even. Would you give an old woman that?
You think she will believe that?
We believe what we want to believe. It's all we ever do.
No, forget it.
Shame. What will it be, then?
Oh, you die. I think Yavie is very much closer to Morrigan, and up until now, like they've seen, like they've had similar sort of life experiences, and I think Yavie does feel close to Morrigan, but this is where it's like, oh, okay, you know, what's actually going on, sort of thing. And I think she would kill Flemeth for Morrigan. But yeah, I mean, she's got no use for the grimoire herself, and yeah, like it's creepy the fact that Flemeth's like, yeah, no, I'll watch her and I'll see what she does. Whew. Also knowing how things can play out in Inquisition. I think we're going to try and take Flemeth.
It is a dance poor Flemeth knows well. Let us see if she remembers the steps.
She was betrayed as I was betrayed, as the world was betrayed.
She will earn what she takes. I'd have it no other way.
Oopsie. We've decided we don't want to kill you anymore. It's fine. It's fine. On second thought, I should have given Wynn the ice spell. Oh! Wynn died first of all in Vessel of the Overruled. Wow. Come on! No! Okay.
That's gonna hurt.
Hi, Flemeth. Can we run away yet?
Put them back! Ready!
Liliana, I'm sorry. You're gonna die.
Be careful!
Well, that went well. Like before I'd even seen what was going on. Okay, wait, you need... Can Windcraft stuff. No, rats. She can do lyrium potions. Well, I think I can do lyrium potions as well. Yeah. Okay.
As you say.
Alright. Okay, you've got that activated. Got those.
I am ready.
Song of Valor. The bard sings an ancient tale of valorous heroes, granting the party bonuses to mana or stamina regeneration at a rate affected by the bard's cunning. The bard can only sing one song at a time.
It's done.
Show.
And so you return.
Okay, I'm gonna skip through this.
Lovely Morrigan has at last found someone willing to... Ah, what has Morrigan told you? What little plan has she hatched this time? But if I am... let us skip right to the ending, shall we? Do you slay the old wretch as more... The truth, she says. No,
she wants the truth.
Morrigan wishes my grimoire? Take it as a trophy. Tell her I am slain.
No.
Shame. What will it be then?
Are you dying?
It is a damn... Come.
Okay. Okay, we are going full tactical mode. Okay, Yavie, go there. Alistair, go there. Liliana, you go over there, so that everyone doesn't die at the same time.
Your orders?
Okay. Win.
Yes.
Cast an instant ally's aptitude in battle, granting bonus to attack. Okay, she can put that on. Yavie. No, go on. I need to set tactics for her. Aggressive. There we go. Okay.
I am armed.
Yes, it's going to be whittling them down. Ouch. I don't think Alistair's going to make that. Yep, okay. Revive Alistair, please. Alistair, take a... Is it inducted? Ouch, Yavie is dead. Take a poultice, please. Thank you. Okay, when revive comes available. Okay.
You should run while you can. Immediately.
Leona, do we have any ice arrows? No, we don't. You can use fire arrows. May as well. I wonder if missile attacks. Health regen, go. Please keep heal. Does Alistair still have that? Yes, he does. Okay, 3. Go there. Heal, heal, thank you. Take that. Oh, yeah, you can have a bonus to attack.
I shall do so. Immediately. As you say. Immediately.
Yes.
Heal Liliana, may as well. Good thing, hey! Okay, you can take a poultice.
Try not to look too incompetent.
It's embarrassing!
It's embarrassing!
Ouch. Liliana, get back, get back.
I'm here.
We
must strike.
On my way.
Ready.
Okay, Alistair. Oof. Wow, revival still isn't happening. Okay, may as well do some damage.
As you say.
Alistair might live through this.
Immediately.
He lived through it, oh my word! Okay, Alistair, take a poultice. Like a greater health poultice, there we go. Where's... Okay, Liliana's over there. And... Alright, no. Yay! Yavie, okay, get up.
Send me.
Go, go, go. Take this injury kit. Okay. Lyrium and... Ooh. Alistair, heal.
I shall do so.
I tried to be merciful.
Let's do that. Yavie. Alistair, what are you doing?
Watch out! Don't give them the advantage.
Let's make this quick.
Away with you.
Group heal.
Immediately.
Oh, man. Alistair, what do you do? Ah, rats, okay. Yavie's dead again.
I'm here.
Let's get back. Oh. Oh, there we go, Alistair. Take on limit. Woohoo! Must be fun. Can get some amazing screenshots like that. Ah, wow, okay. Ooh. I need to stand up. Take a stretch. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. Plymouth. You are required to do nothing, least of all believe. Ages ago, legend says Ban Conobar took to wife a beautiful young woman who harbored a secret talent for magic, Plymouth of High Ever. And for a time they lived happily, until the arrival of a young poet, Osen, who captured the lady's heart with his verse. They turned to the chastened tribes for help and hid from Conobar's wrath in the wilds, until word came to them that Conobar lay dying. His last wish was to see Plymouth's face one final time. The lovers returned, but it was a trap. Conobar killed Osen and imprisoned Plymouth in the highest tower of the castle. In grief and rage, Plymouth worked a spell to summon a spirit into this world to wreak vengeance upon her husband. Vengeance she received, but not as she planned. The spirit took possession of her, turning Plymouth into an abomination. A twisted, maddened creature, she slaughtered Conobar and all his men, and fled back into the wilds. For 100 years, Plymouth plotted, stealing men from the chastened to sire monstrous daughters, horrific things that could kill a man with fear. These Korkari witches led an army of chastened from the wilds to strike at the Alamari tribes. They were defeated by the hero Cormac, and all the witches burnt, so they say. But even now, the wilders whisper that Plymouth lives on in the marsh, and she and her daughters steal those men who come too near. Morrigan's mother saved the last Grey Wardens from death at the top of the Tower of Ishal, but just who or what Plymouth truly is a mystery. She was slain at Morrigan's behest, at least apparently. Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. Save. Plymouth's key. The key to Plymouth's hut and chest. The dark shimmer around the cold metal seems to absorb light. Wow. That was rather intense. Now, I think we've looted everything else in here. Oh, that's rather grim. Plymouth's Grimoire. An old but lovingly cared for book, bound in the leather of questionable origin. Ooh. Implication seems to be human. I don't know. That's what I thought. Maybe it's just the whole Plymouth aura kind of thing. Like, she would definitely have a book bound with the, yeah, human leather. Okay. The pages smell of herbs and wood smoke. Intricate stitching on the cover marks out a leafless tree, strangely ominous in its stark appearance. And robes of possession. Restricted to Morrigan. Gives 5 magic, 12 defense, spell resistance, but -1 willpower. So, does it say anything else about it? The original intent of these robes is clear. A welcome home present from Flevith, designed to sap Morrigan's will and ease the ancient sorceress's possession of her daughter. With Flemeth dead, these robes no longer pose a danger to Morrigan, but may help those who get in her way. Flemeth dealt with. I think we have a final injury kit again. Oh dear.
I shall do it.
At least we didn't run out of health poultices that time. Good thing we had Win as well. Could have been so much worse. Okay, everyone's fine. Everyone's fine.
Of course.
Yes. Okay. So now on to Ostagar.